Good morning. How is everyone doing? There we go. Mind focus. Uh, nope. A more. There we go. Okay. Sorry you all had to see that. Morning, Bill. BB, how are you? Alexander, Gary, Robinson, Johnny, Paul, Dave, Glenn, Krish. Getting good at that. Happy Thursday, everyone. I did. Yes, Oracle is up. Doing pretty well. And XLB and CTVA are down. So if you're in Codebreaker or Bargain Hunter, we're holding on to two pretty big winners right now. I'm doing good. I sound bad today, but I feel fine. I had a unexpected house guest last night. I have a good friend that owns runs a disaster relief charity. So he has been in between Lake City and Tallahassee for over a week. Been sleeping in a tent and helping everybody out up there. So he called me yesterday at like 5 and asked if he could come take a shower and sleep in a bed for a night. So it's a fun time. So, what do you guys think about our new Super Master Blaster indicator we're working on? Not yet, Roman. I've got a pretty good handle on it now, Ken. I'm just kind of making fine tune adjustments as I'm using it, and I'm gonna add a couple more features, clean it up. Hey, Kathy. Tim, I see you raised your hand. If you have a question, just pop it in the chat. Unless you're just saying hello. Hey, Christine. Morning, Theodore. Sorry, my the names get. If you see me staring oddly when I start to say a name, it's because for some reason half the time it shows the full name, and then other times it cuts it off after 3 letters. Hey, Robert. Good morning. Oh, I lost the YouTube stream. Possibly. No, we got it. There we go. That is the goal, Glenn. That's why it's taken so long. I was talking to them. Hey, Petro. Good morning, Adam. Ralph, good to see you. It's not cooling off there yet, Ralph. It's gotten pretty cool here. In the morning, it's starting to. If you live in Florida, you can. I know it's going to sound weird, but just like we can smell the rain, you can start to smell fall in the morning. Yeah, because there's no humidity, or it's lower. Mm, above my pay grade, Murmis. Yeah. I mean, what more of an indicator do you need if you can just pick the bottom and the top? Been doing it wrong this whole time. Should have listened to Clyde. Hmm. Talking about Clyde's indicator. And no, you're not.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody could hear me okay, and I hope everybody could see me okay. Hey, Ralph, how are you? Adam, hello, how are you? I just responded to you recently. Thank you for the nice words. Tyler, um, talking to him. Tyler, Christian, Robert, Paul, Petro, Ken. Let's give the room. We got to put that the light. We got to put it over there above your head, like above that bowl over there that we have.
Which flight?
The clock, not the light.
Oh,
Because
can
now
we
with the
put it over?
monitors, I have to do this to look at the light every 5 minutes, and I'm everything is time. Yeah, Oracle is up, and also we put on two trades yesterday, Oracle and SLB. How's SLB doing? Let's take a look here. SLB is losing relative strength. It's down 4 cents. It's doing okay. I still like energies a lot. I still like energies a lot. It's losing relative strength. See, I'm looking at the indicator right now, and it's losing relative strength on a 5-minute basis, but it's got great relative strength on 15, 30, hourly, and daily.
You mean to be sharing your screen? Because you're not.
No, I know I'm not sharing
Okay.
my screen at all.
Just
I'm looking
making
at, I
sure.
can't share my screen because it's from a different computer.
Yeah,
I
that'll
have
do
the
it.
setup on a different computer. Tim, good. Just got into SLB up 10%, made over 200% on XOM. That's excellent. Excellent. We talked about XOM and we talked about all of them here actually a few days ago. Let me just move this here. Good job, Cyrus. Good job. Got some good stocks to talk about today. Oops, sorry about that. Let me put this here. Put that here. And that's that. All right. All right. Let's give the room another minute. So the folks who were with me at my house, they have left, and Clyde and the cats are now moving on to their regular places throughout the house, which is good. You know, and my dogs are now relieved, and I have not been peed upon yet. The magic word there is yet. So as far as Fed data, so far things are moving okay on that department. Hey Billy, that's great. How did you get 150 on Oracle? Didn't we just put that on recently? Anyways, but that's great. That's great. That's great. Oh, we've been talking about it for quite a while. Yep, regular napping spots. Regular napping spots. All right, so let's talk. Yep, another minute. I'll give you guys one more minute. Good man, good Billy. I'm glad folks are seeing trades. All right, so it's 11:05. Let's start. I have a lot to talk about today. S&P 500, unfortunately, as we discussed yesterday, there shouldn't be any surprises. The S&P is weakening. Do I want to add volume at price? Volume at price. Possibly. Possibly. I may do that. I may do tick. I actually have a code for that. I may do that. I'm still, keep in mind, yesterday what I showed you was, this is just like the foundation. We're still working through everything. We got to test everything. We got to fine tune. For example, we're using a 12-day relative strength filter. I may want to switch to 5-day on the daily. It's not a work in progress in terms of, it's not a work in progress like first step. We're like in the 7th step out of 10, but those 3 steps, we need to now finagle everything, make sure we have what we need. This is going to be battle tested. So PNF saying specs lower, also have some proprietary to add to your indicator. I'll email you. Yeah, please email me. If this is a good time to start emailing me ideas, guys. If you think I'm missing something, again, this is a work in progress. We've been at it now for about 2 months. We probably have another 3 weeks to go. You guys want to don't send me stuff like Roger. Don't like really good ideas. Don't send me ideas. Send me really good ideas. I have plenty of ideas. Okay. Like really clever ideas. Good. Yeah. This is relative strength on different time periods, but again, we're still adjusting it, still making sure it's kosher. Don't know if I want to leave the tick in there. I'm still messing around. I know we took a 1 minute away yesterday because it was slowing the system down too much, and we added a 3 minute. So I think I might want to add another filter to make sure that the stock is trading above previous day's high or below previous day's high. Yeah. So we still are finagling with it. So as you can see here, the SPY's below the 50-day moving average. We had heads up that was going to happen because the Dow Jones was already below the 50-day moving average yesterday. So it was not a surprise. Is it going to hold? Is it going to come back up here? Well, let's look at the QQQ, which is actually, or as of this morning, it was holding on. Before the market started, it was holding on pretty well. Now we're literally at the 50-day moving average. Volume is not that great, although it's higher here than it has been the last few days on the down. So I'm not interpreting this as positive. Okay, not interpreting this as positive at all. In light of that, we got to make sure that if we do pick stocks, we pick stocks that are extremely strong. For example, we picked Schlumberger SLB yesterday. Volume is rising here. The trend is higher. There's no major resistance. We're breaking a 5-year resistance area. We put this in one of our programs. Don't ask anything about it. I'm not going to go into details here. If you don't have the program, then you should get into that program. And the other one we put on was Oracle yesterday. Oracle was having was Oracle, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oracle. I agreed with you, Cyrus. I'm going to talk. Thank you for reminding me. I'm actually going to talk about that in a minute. So I like Oracle. I like where Oracle is. If Oracle breaks out of this, volume is not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Right, exactly, Ralph. So, but I do like where we're at. And if Oracle breaks above this level, does it have any overhead resistance? No. Apple is not helping at all. If now imagine right now, I want to show you guys something. So this is the S&P. So you're seeing the S&P under Oracle right now. I'm not sure. There's a lesson here. Volume is picking up a little here. So you see where the S&P is? S&P is below Oracle right now. So here's the big problem that I see a lot of you folks doing, and a lot of folks are doing this. You take a look at a stock and you say, oh, S&P is weak or S&P is strong. This stock can't go higher. Well, always look at the stock relative to the S&P, because right now, obviously I don't have a crystal ball. Well, I do, but you know it doesn't work well. If Oracle right now, if the S&P right now was to bolt higher for whatever reason, I don't care why. Apple talked China out of China takes back, Apple's allowed into the factories again. I'm making this up as if this thing shoots up, and if Oracle shoots above this level, holy moly. But Roger, shouldn't we short it? It's on an all-time high. We're entering a bear market. No, funds are buying it. Why the hell do you want to short? You want to add to it. You understand? Stop getting that mind. That stop trying to pick tops and bottoms. Get that out of your head. It doesn't work well. All right? That's good, Laurel. That's good. Also, Finviz is really good. You know, if you have the premium package, I think it's like $30 or $20. Maybe you guys can tell me what it costs. You have real-time data that's only like 2 seconds delayed, so you can get all those maps in real time, which is pretty cool. I may want to subscribe to that. I've been hearing really good stuff about that. The reason I haven't is because I always thought it was delayed, and I have Stock Fetcher for that, which can do exactly that. But if Finviz can do it in real time, that's pretty cool. Can you check on that, Matt?
Yeah, I'll look.
Yes, it's very easy to see funds are buying if you're look at my indicator. Like right now, if I put Oracle on, let's see, Oracle. Yeah, they're on a daily, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5, all green, and 15-minute volume is green as well. Maybe Matt will decide to show you if he chooses to when he switches. But I wanted to give you that. So, hey, can you give me back? You stole my sheet, Matt. My cheat sheet.
Oh yeah.
You got to give me the guy stole my cheat sheet with all my trades. What a thief. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks. You know, Matt, we may want to put our desks in the future in a way where we could see what the other person's doing. It'll be more helpful because then we can really key off of each other during the day. Because when the day trading starts, we're gonna have a lot of keying off of each other. It's so great to have multiple eyes when you're day trading. You guys don't even know. Like one guy can look at the indicator, the other guy can look at existing position. It's extremely helpful. Okay, China sinks again on China. Apple sinks again on China worry. Let's look at Apple. Now, if I don't know the ticker symbol for Apple, I need to retire. What were the time frames that Oracle was bullish on? All of them. 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, and daily. All of them. I don't even know if I want to have 3 or 5 minute. Probably 3, but 1 minute just takes too much time. And I don't really know if it's necessary. Yeah. So again, yeah, Apple's down. Interestingly, Matt, look at Apple's relative strength. It still has higher relative strength than the S&P 500 right now.
Hmm.
Even with this buffoonery that we're seeing right now. What I like about Apple is the fact that Apple did take out the previous high where most stocks couldn't take out this high right here. Like, for example, let's see. What was that stock? What was that stock? Mental blank. Like, there's dozens of them, and I can't remember one of them right now. We'll get to it. We'll get to it in a bit. But you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Like when we were talking about all the QQQ stocks, the previous high was higher than the recent one. That's what I wasn't happy about. Here, let me show you this one right here. See how this high is higher than this one? Apple, it didn't happen that way. So according to Apple, Wedbush, not Apple. According to Apple, the issue is overblown. They say that Thursday's continued Wednesday's decline over worries that the Chinese government has told its agency to stop using iPhones. However, investment firm Wedbush says it's way overblown. I don't see how it's overblown. On the recent China news over the last few days, we believe the worst case scenario in China government agency iPhone ban is way overblown. As to quantify, it's less than 500,000 iPhones, roughly 45 million we expect to be sold in China. So it's very small percent. It's a half of 1%. Okay, that's what they're saying. It's half of 1%. But I think Wedbush is missing the point. I think the point is this an act of aggression towards US? Is this specific towards iPhones? Is it just a beginning? I think I think Wedbush is taking it as a middle, beginning, and an end, and I think the investment public is taking it as something potentially more. Anita, no. Wingstop was from like 2 days ago. We talked about that like 2 days ago. That was it was down 4 and then it went down 7. That's the last I remember Wingstop. I mean, it was hitting lows for a while there. Okay, so and Fed data, something important. And I know I get stuck on this, and you guys are like, Roger, you're a technical trader, you're a short-term technical trader. Why do you even get so into the nitty-gritty on this fundamental stuff? I mean, really, you don't use Bloomberg, you're almost a day trader. Why do you your holding time is like 7 days? Why do you look at this stuff? Because it's important. So again, let me show you something. If you look at the SPY, and what's going on here? If you look at the SPY, you see this 50-day moving average break when we went above. That's when we had a positive JOLTS job opening report that there's less job openings. That was very, very positive. That was a sign we have deflation, not inflation. Wasn't that big of a report, but it was very instrumental because this is what the Feds look at. Well, today we had the ISM Service Index report, and the number on it wasn't that bad, but 54.5 is saying that that there's inflation in the service component, and in the PMI composite, which was also a big report, the service index was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. The market did not like these reports. I will, Kay. I'm not doing it. I've been doing this VIP room now for almost 6 years now. Sorry, Jeffrey. Watch the replay. And no, you don't have to hear me talking about my dogs pissing on me today for 10 minutes. Don't ask. Let me see something here. Sorry about that. All right. So it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And the stock market is below the 50-day moving average, although it looked like it bottomed out, but it looks like it's coming back up. But I'm not buying this. And QQQs are not buying it on an intraday basis. Technology is definitely not doing so well. It may come back, it may not come back, but definitely the selling pressure is in the technology right now because of tech. If you look at the bond market, it's having trouble holding on. I talked about it this morning, and I also talked about how we still have some space down here. Volume is dying out. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this. And again, we're still below this support area, which means we can go a little bit lower. There's also, real quick, let me just give you a couple of other tidbits here. Just a couple of tidbits here. This company right here, a couple of things you have to be careful about. So this company right here, you may want to write this down. One second. So the company is breaking down right now hard, and there's no major support till the 56 area on high volume. Now you're probably asking, Roger, why are they breaking down right now? The company's breaking down right now. And we're at the 50-day moving average. We can go all the way to 415. We're not oversold. We're not overbought. We just are. Stop the overbought, oversold for now. Just stop it for now. Where was I? Oh yeah, the stock is down because investors are suing the company because they misrepresented that their biggest product is going generic and it represents 80% of their sales. Pretty big misrepresentation, right? So looking for the company to come down to the $60 area. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I hope to God you guys are writing this down. You're not going to hear this from. Another one I wanted to talk about is CRM. Now, you may or may not know. You know what? Let me see how good you guys are. Let me see if you guys are sneaky rascals or not. What's happening with Salesforce in the next week? Let's see if you guys are on top of things. I don't know. Are earnings coming out next week? I don't think so. No, earnings already passed. Nah, not just the fact that it's bouncing off the 50-day moving average. Anybody live in Cal? Yes, Verer. Yes, a convention. Tell me more about this convention that's happening next week. Tell me more. You guys are too complicated. Bond issues, schmond issues. Let's talk about that convention that's happening next week in San Francisco, where 40,000 people are going to attend. It's called Dreamforce, isn't it? And Salesforce is presenting, isn't it? And they're going to be presenting some hot new stuff, right? Isn't that where they show you all the good stuff? And what happens when there's a buzz about something? Big premiere, Adam says. Look, Salesforce is above the 50-day moving average. It's buzzing on volume, higher volume than usual. And even on this day right here, closed higher, even though the bar was lowered, closed higher. Maybe it's a good time to start building a position in Salesforce, because if the news is good, Salesforce will take out the high without any overhead resistance. I think I've said enough. Well, actually, one more thing. You always want to buy ahead of anything that comes out, and if it's moving towards that goal. Another thing was Qualcomm is breaking down big. There's no major support till the 101 area. Relative strength on the SPY is up. Qualcomm is going down. Volume is higher than usual. Breaking down big. Okay, think I've said enough. Now let's talk about specifics. So Salesforce, building a huge position ahead of the announcement, unless we start losing relative strength. Sell before the announcement, of course. Qualcomm is breaking down. FMC is having a really bad time, and it may drop another 20 points. Are you guys finding value here so far today? No, you're not going to get this on CNBC. I just gave you guys some really hot, actionable stuff. All right. So let's talk about the markets. Let's talk about continuations. Workday. While I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and I'll pull it up on my scanner so we could talk. Brendan, didn't you just hear what I just said on it's look at Qualcomm. I think it's going down to one. Kramer gave me all of these, Scott. But first, my cat Clyde gave it to him, and he gave him back to me. All right. So Workday is a very strong Workday. Let's go to Workday. Workday relative strength across everything except 5 minutes. This is not a day trade, so high volume. Volume is a little low right now, so we're not really seeing the volume, but it is 11:24 in the morning, and volume is cooling off, but relative strength is beautiful. You'll notice the stock, if it bypasses this level right here, where it's at, there's no overhead resistance till the 283 level. Does that mean you're going to be holding the stock till 283? Come on, let's be real here. He would be much better off listening to Clyde, Scott. But funds and active traders, like active traders who buy 10, 20, 30,000 shares, this is what they look at. They look and see how big the void is above. You understand? Look at the void. The void tells you how big that carrot is ahead, how big that carrot is dangling ahead of the funds, right? Got to have that carrot dangling. If you don't have that carrot dangling, no soup. So I like Workday. And it's breaking out right now hard when the market is going down. What does that tell you right now? Now let's look at Workday on a 5-minute chart, and let's look at relative strength right now. Now Workday is up here. The S&P is right here. Look at the volume on Workday. Newsflash. Institutions and hardcore traders are buying this stock right now. You guys always looking for an edge, right? Right now, institutions are buying this stock. I don't know why, and I couldn't care less. We would go about 15 days. No, we wouldn't. We'd go about 8 days out. We'd go to the 247.50 strike price to buy, and then we'd sell the 257.50. We want to be in the money. If no soup in 3 days, get out. Get out. Just get out. Just get out. If you want to go out another 15 days and give it 5 days, that's fine. But if it starts losing, look, let me show you a trick. I'm going to show you a little trick because you don't have my indicator yet. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Take a 5-minute chart. I don't care what program you use. Take a 5-minute chart. Take the SPY and put it on that chart. As long as the SPY is underperforming Workday, you stay in the trade. When SPY starts outperforming Workday like this, you get out of the trade. Does anybody have a problem understanding what I'm saying right now? While Workday stays above the S&P 500, that means it's being bought. Is anybody confused about what I'm saying right now? Okay, good. 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 You guys always want to know, instead of wondering and being concerned with what institutions are going to do, why don't you look at what they're doing right now? And right now, here's the S&P, and this is going to be the basis of our day trading stuff, but I figured I'll kind of introduce it to you guys. See that? S&P's following. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when the S&P bolts higher to this stock, if the stock is outperforming the S&P on a relative basis? What do you think is going to happen? Ba-boom. There's other factors, but you would just get out of it. Let's just say that. Okay, so Workday. Let me continue. See, I'm going slow. You guys like me to go slow? I'm going nice and slow. I'm giving you all the details. NTNX. I hope you guys take me up on that CRM trade if it continues moving higher. So CRM, slow information. All right. The stock is up on high volume. Relative strength, let me just pull up on my indicator now. NTNX. I'm just pulling it up to see how the metrics. All right, very strong relative strength on a daily, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute. And it's kind of obvious. Volume, yes, volume is definitely high. On a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and hourly, it's beating the volume. Okay? What's the S&P doing? It's moving down. What is this stock doing? It's moving up. Let's look at it on an intraday basis. What is the S&P doing and what is the stock doing? S&P down here, stock is up here. Funds are buying the stock right now because it's outperforming the S&P on a relative basis. Don't you guys want to buy stocks that institutions, large funds, all of those guys are buying? Or do you want to buy the ones that they're selling? Of course. But Pete, Petro, you're saying of course, but you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. You'd be so surprised. People want that holy grail indicator. The holy grail indicator is understanding when funds are buying. I'm showing you when funds are buying, but people want the holy grail indicator. So I made an indicator that shows you when funds are buying. If it was only so easy. All right, we go to implied volatility. We look at the 35s. We can go 35s here. They're pretty cheap. If nothing happens in the next 2-3 days, get out. If the chart inverses, and if the chart inverses and this starts going up here, get out. If on a daily chart, the S&P pops back up here, get out. If it starts breaking this low right here around 33.88, get out. Am I not being clear? I want to make sure we're all on the same page. I got to move that clock over there. I got to keep doing this to make sure I don't run out of time. I want to make sure I'm being clear. If I'm not being 100% clear, please tell me. If it doesn't do this, get out. If it doesn't do that, get out. If it does that, get out. All right, Frosty. All right. Let me continue. I'm giving you a lot of reasons to get out. Let's put CBOE on my... Man, I can't wait to share the Think or Swim with you guys. I'll do all that once it's all set up because I'm getting another 2 monitors set up today and I got to get all that. No, Ralph, it was the 9:15 calls. I only want you to be in that stock for 2-3. It's in motion. It's in motion right now. If it doesn't continue doing what it's doing right now, then why the heck would you want to be in there? CBOE. Now, there's a problem here. There's a problem. The problem is that volume is getting progressively lower. I like the price, and I definitely like the relative strength. And I really love how, as the market's moving down, this is moving up. I also like the fact that there's no overhead resistance, zero, clear sky, no sellers. Cyrus, you trust my crystal ball? Okay, folks, this is a turning point in our session. I think for the first time in 5.5 years, Cyrus is starting to trust me a little bit. This could be bad. So in this case, now, here's how you play when things aren't lining up. And by the way, relative strength is amazing, but on every category, volume is not cooperating on every category. So that's not good. So in this case, what I want you guys to start doing is start dividing your position size in 4 pieces, okay? So it is made in China. I disclosed it, Mike. Don't say I didn't warn you. So I like the stock, but I want you to take a starter position. And if the position goes our way, we'll continue. If it doesn't go our way, we're going to dump it. So we're only going to take either a third or a quarter, okay? And when we start day trading, we're going to be using quarters and thirds. We're not going to be going all in, all out. especially with free commission, right? You got to take advantage of that. So with CBOE, we want to go to 922. Actually, no, we want to go to 98. No, that's today, 15th. Sorry. For today's date, 15th. And we want to go to 152.50, right around here. The spread may be a little wide. You may have to watch this carefully. And then we want to, we just want to buy the 152.50. If this sucker, buy very, very little, take your trade size, divide it into 3 or 4 pieces, get a starter position. A starter position, okay? Just a starter position. If it moves our way, then ba-boom, we come up. Cyrus, I think you're looking for every reason not to trust what I do and say. It's like if I say green, you say red. If I say red, you say green. All right, next one. How big of a move? To the moon, Murmis. I don't know. It depends if volume picks up. If volume doesn't pick up and if relative strength goes back up, I don't know. It doesn't have any overhead. When it loses relative strength, that's how big of a move. When it loses relative strength. But you got to take a baby step. You got to take a baby step. Just a little toe. Dip your toe in the water. Don't go nuts on this one. When everything doesn't line up. So far, you guys liking the picks? You guys liking the trades? Anybody have any objections? All right. Let's continue. All right. Next one's ETN. We've talked about the stock many times. Let me put it up on my... Stock is looking great. It hasn't broken out yet, but the relative strength on this baby is amazing on every time frame. Volume is starting to pull up again and looks to me like it's just breaking out of this area. Now look at here. If it breaks out, it has no overhead resistance. There is no... Cyrus, you got to stop this. I'm getting nervous here. Somebody will. So I like this ETN. And by the way, for the record, who told you to buy it here? Who told you to buy it here? Who told you to buy it here? And who told you to buy it here? But now we could see the truth for what it is. S&P, look at relative strength. Bad. Look at relative strength. Good. On a daily, look at relative strength. Bad. Look at this thing. Really good. Like really good. Like super good. Again, volume is not huge, but it's looking really good. So we're going to take about half or a third on this one, okay? Oh, Mark's been in January since this. Great stock, right? You want to buy the option. You want to buy the 2. Well, we're not in a good position here. You want to buy the 230. You want to buy the 230. Oh, Cyrus adds a lot to this. I love Cyrus. He's great. It's always good to have different perspective. You want to buy the 230, but you're buying it. It's not expensive. You're only paying about 70 cents for this option. You're saying, Roger, you've been smoking too much crack. It's $5. I know it is, but the stock is at 234. You're literally paying 70 cents. Nothing will happen. The decay will not. Time premium and volatility will only increase on that 70-cent portion. You understand? So it's a lot better and cheaper to do it that way. So you want to buy the 230 and you want to sell the 240. And then because it'll retain about $4, you see. If it doesn't continue moving in our direction in the next 2-3 days, get out. If it loses relative strength, get out. Oh, volume on the 5-minute basis is now higher. So volume is picking up. So half a position on this one. I like this stock. And if relative strength is up here, get out. If on a daily, relative strength is up here, get out. If it starts breaking, 227, 228, get out. Have I made myself clear? Does anybody have any questions? Good. Next one, Intuit. Let me pull it up here. It's easy to see stocks that are being bought up when markets are down. Really easy to see stocks. And I'm giving you guys the best ones. So this stock is losing relative strength on I want to show you something cool here. So I want to show you guys. Now I'm going to give you guys a little lesson with this stock. This stock has relative strength. It's got relative strength on a daily, hourly, 30-minute, but it doesn't have relative strength on a 15-minute, 5-minute basis. Okay, it's red on 5 and 15, and it's green on 30, hourly, and daily. Okay, so what that means is on a daily, the stock is looking amazing, right? But when you look at it on an intraday, it's been moving down, and the S&P has been moving steady. So what I would want to see is I would be watching the stock, and I would want to see it regain strength again on the 5 and 15 minutes, and that would be the time to buy it for a day trade, and then selling it when it comes up here. Okay. So that would be the type of trades we would be doing in the day trading program. We would be looking at relative strength, strong on daily, strong on hourly, strong on 30 minutes, but cooling off on 15 minutes and 5 minutes, and then bolting up again. Do you guys understand this was just a perfect example, so I wanted to show you this example. But that's the kind of day trades we're going to be doing in the day trading room. We're going to be looking stocks that are strong on a longer term basis and are losing relative strength on a very, very short-term basis. And then once volume starts popping back in, and once the 5 minutes starts getting strong, so we would be watching this stock, hypothetically, and we would want to see an uptick in volume, and we want to see a spread between this line, the 50-day, the S&P, and the stock move away, and that would be a buy. Yeah. So that will be the type I'm showing them using Intuit, the type of day trades we'll be using relative strength, because Intuit is right now strong on a daily, hourly, and 30 minutes, but weak on the 15, 5-minute. So let me show you the option on that one. Again, I'm assuming it's going to regain strength on a 5-minute basis, but it really looks good on a 30-minute basis, and then on a 30 hourly. And so it may be short term, funds are not buying it right now, but they will resume. But again, that's the kind of trades we will be looking at for day trading. So you'll be able to see them in real time. Those are the lottery trades, Mark. Not on the S&P, but we'll be doing it every Friday on using relative strength on the strongest stocks, when we can buy options for about 5 cents or 10 cents. And they have a very low win rate, but when they win, they can go from like 5 cents to like $100. Those are Friday lottery trades. We'll be doing those on Fridays in the day trade room. Am I gearing you guys up for the day trading stuff? All right. So in this case, we want to buy the yes mark, but not on SPX. It's much more fun. It's much more fun when you can take a penny stock, a 5-cent option, and turn it into a $5 option in half an hour, than watching the SPX option expire. Not selling, buying, Ken, buying. In the last half hour of the day on the top 3 relative strength intraday stocks. Huh? Yeah, Val's like, yeah, baby. So we want to buy the 552.50 for $9. And then we want to sell the 560 for almost $6. And we're only going to hold this for about 3 days. If they don't regain strength in the next day or two, we don't want this stock anymore. So it's going to be like a 2-3 day trade. You just paper trade. So if I see volume coming into this stock right now, and if I see it on a 5-minute, if I see my 5-minute and 15-minute relative strength pop up, boom. Matt, I want you to show them our indicator with Intuit on the screen so they could see what I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. And then I want to give them the shorts. I have a lot of shorts. So we're not going to be scalping for 5 cents. We're going to be looking like 70, 80 cent moves that happen intraday. Okay, so you see how the stock is going down? This is a 5-minute chart. No, this is a 1-minute chart. So you see how the stock is going down?
There you go.
Right. But if you look at the daily chart, the stock is like, it's very, very strong. Thank you. There it is. Oh, brilliant. So take your mouse, Matt. You see how the daily relative strength, take your mouse and put it, yes, the daily relative strength, the hourly relative strength, and the 30-minute relative strength are all green. But look at the 15-minute and the 5-minute and the volume. So let's say I'm day trader. I would be looking at the stock right at the 550, put your right at the 5, right there, a little higher, 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 right there, right there. I would put an alert right there. And I would want the 15-minute RS to light up, which Matt will show you where it is right now, and the 5-minute to light up, and the volume to light up. And if those light up, we would go long, because the stock is very strong on a daily, hourly, and 30 minutes. But in the last 15 minutes, it's been selling off. And those are the stocks we want. We want stocks that are relative strength, have a good relative strength in the long term, but in the short term got slapped a little bit, and funds are ready to come back again into the buying mode. And this indicator makes it really easy, because A, we can have the scanner on, B, we can watch 30 of these stocks and just monitor for the relative strengths to come back or not. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a good understanding. Man, this session is worth its weight in gold. I hope you guys are watching this session, because it's really great. All right, I'm going to share my screen, Matt, and show them. Like right now, it's not looking great, but if that relative strength changes, ba-boom. Yes, I said ba-boom. I got to wear my ba-boom shirt again. Oh, I got my lens back for you, Matt. I'm going to bring it in tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice lens. Really nice lens. I bought it for myself and I never used it. Okay, let me share my screen again. You may be staying with me a little longer than an hour today, because I have some more stuff for you. Stocks to sell. Now, this stock is about to break down. It's at this level now 2 or 3 times. Let me put it on my see, now I'm getting addicted to my indicator, Matt. I want to see the relative strength always. So the stock is relatively weak, except for, which is what we want. See how this is moving? But volume in the last 30 minutes and an hour is above the average daily volume. Now, I think the stock is going to break down. And if this stock breaks down, this is what a fund trader would say. They would say, well, how much room do I have to the downside? Well, let me ask you this question. How much room we have here to the downside? A lot. Like a lot. Okay. And the stock looks like it's going to continue breaking down. You may want to wait for a little lower breakdown. You may not. I mean, you may want to set an alert at about the 54 level, but it's below the 200-day line. It's below the 50-day line. Relative strength is clearly above this stock, not below this stock. So it's bucking the trend, and it's much lower than the stock market, and the stock market is moving lower. So in this case, there's not much that I don't like about the stock. I probably would like to see it break down a little bit, and I would see volume to pick up on a 15 and a 5-minute. But otherwise, it's beautiful. It's got weak relative strength on every time period. And I mean, every time period. So it's definitely a stock we like. So implied volatility is a little high. What we would probably do is we would probably sell the 57 call and cover it with a 60 call, or this is all expiring in 8 days. Buy the 56 or the 57 put, and that would be it. Yeah, it was downgraded, and I think it doesn't have a floor. Again, I want to see the stock drop more. The more drops, the more sellers will be panicking on this stock. And as you could see here, it doesn't have a lot to go, and you could see volume today on this downslope is above the last several days, like 2 weeks worth of volume. And it's underperforming the S&P by a strong margin. When should you cover this stock? If the S&P goes down here instead of up here on a daily, this is a 3 daily basis, and on an intraday basis, you see how S&P is going up? What is the stock doing as the S&P is moving up? What is the stock doing? Can anybody answer my question? What is the stock doing with the S&P is moving up? Yes, that's good. Really good. Really good. So that's what I would do there. I hope you guys are liking these trades. I'm squeezing out good ones for you. Oops, wrong one. It's time to say goodbye to the railroads. Hey, I'm going to make time today. This is good. All right, let's put up CSX on my trusty handy dandy scanner. And what does it say? It says it's got everything is red. The problem is volume is red too. But look at today's volume. You see, Matt, I don't understand how the volume for daily is red right now, not green. But on the bar here, it's see, this is what I mean. We have to tweak, we have to fine tune a little bit, which we will. It's below the 200-day moving average. RSI, S&P is up here. This is down here. This is a daily chart, and we're below the 200 and the 50. On a daily, the S&P is moving up. In the last 20 minutes, as the S&P has gone up, what has this done? Gone down. Thank you, Ken. So, yeah, I mean, we'll tweak everything. We'll tweak.
Well, it's because the volume it's a 20-day average, so it's not above the average.
So you say. Let's see. No, but it's 20-day average of that of the day. Oh, right, 20 days. Right.
So you got that huge.
You got this right here.
Yeah, that's going to skew it.
That's what's skewing it. Okay. Well, if it'll go a little higher. But anyway, I love the breakdown. I love the fact that the SPY's moving up and this thing's moving down. It doesn't have any resistance. Support, excuse me. I don't know, Jeffrey. I don't know. But you could see right here clearly it's moving up. Moving up as it's moving down is a good sign. Oh, we're going to consider a lot of alternates. It's not. I'm trying to adjust these volume things a little bit. Remember, we're not launching it today. It's not my connection 17472. My connection's impeccable. I'm on a landline right now. You're the only one that's got a problems, buddy. Is anybody else having problems hearing me? Thanks, Christine. Is anybody else having any issues? No, I didn't think so. No, it's on your end, bud. Remember, if your internet is off, it will do the same thing. Okay, that's what I thought. Usually people tell me right away. Yeah, we've had one problem. Hasn't it been great since we went fiber optic, right?
It has.
It's been amazing. So it's breaking down. It doesn't have any support till the 2793 level. Relative strength is weaker on an intraday and on a daily. All my things are great red here, although I prefer to see volume is definitely moving higher, which is a good sign on a down day. SES has trend support from October of 2022. Yeah. So look, you've got 28 and then you've got 25. And volume is moving higher. We'll play with it. We'll adjust it. We'll make it right. All right. We want this option because we want this move to continue. If this move doesn't continue, there's really no reason for you to own this stock. We would be and implied isn't high on it. We would be looking at the 30.50 strike price to buy. That's it. Yeah, it's on your end, bud. It's on your end, 17472. So now these are breakout trades, momentum trades. You don't have to wait 20, 30 days. If nothing happens, get out. If relative strength changes, get out. If volume dries up, get out. Next one, Etsy. Weird. Okay. Let me put it up on my. Can't wait to have it on this computer so everybody could see it. All right. Let's see what Etsy's doing. Everything is red except the 5-minute. On an hourly, it's got red for volume and an RS. So the last 5 minutes, the market has been outperforming the stock. But on the 15-minute, on a 30-minute, on an hourly basis, and on a daily basis, so here you could see right here. This is Etsy, and this is the S&P 500. It's moving with the S&P 500, but again, only on the 5-minute, 15-minute basis, not on a longer-term basis. Volume is definitely, on an hourly basis, the volume is really good. The stock is breaking down. It's below the 50. It's below the 200. Let's see where the next line is. Well, here we are. We're right there. We're right there. We're breaking down and on a higher than regular volume. Imagine that. I didn't say no CSX trade, Rochelle. I never said that at all. Breaking down. Now look at this bar. It's a pretty meaningful bar. Now, what do you think will happen if the S&P really turns down right now? The stock is down. Funds are selling the stock. If the S&P turns down, this will start moving down. So, and again, look at where we're at right now. We broke this level right here. Let me go a little closer. We broke this level right here. And now we're breaking this level here, which is a level that is over a year old. Right here, right there. Right there. And if it breaks, we already said, we're going like this, like a 5-year resistance level right here. That's a lot. From 69 all the way to 28. Now, I'm not suggesting we hold it there, but if relative strength is moving in your direction, boom. See, funds on a 5-minute basis, the stock is being bought up right now. So there's a pullback to the upside. But on a 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, and daily, no one's buying it. Those are the kind of stocks we'll be looking at. They're all on the same time frame. So when I go daily, SPY's on daily. When I go 5 minutes, on 5 minutes, Cyrus. It's congruent to it. Cyrus, how are you liking these stocks and this whole relative strength business and the indicator? How do you like all of it? For Etsy, you want to go to the 70 strike price to buy, and you want to sell the 65, 66. And what you can do, you can also it's too much. 76. Good. I love it and practice every day almost the same as you're teaching. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Let's see here. Etsy. You can also sell. No, there's no premium. Oh, that's 1 day expiration. Sorry. You can go 8 days out and you could sell the Etsy 71 or 72 calls and cover them with the 75s. Get 50 cents for those. Good. I'm glad you hear that, Dan. The fact that Cyrus and I are almost trading the same way, well, I'm going to say mazel tov right there. Oh, it only took 5.5 years. All right, Wynn. Why Wynn? What's going on with Wynn? What do I always tell you guys about Wynn Hotel? How does Wynn make its money? Let me put it up here. Let's see how Wynn is doing. On a daily volume, we got really strong volume on a 5-minute and hourly and a day. Okay, so volume is really strong. All right, so on this stock, this is the first stock we picked today where the volume to the downside is green on everything. So it's got above average volume on that period, and everything is red. Everything. That's right. China. Big gamblers. Big gamblers. So all our criteria is there. So what's the S&P doing? It's above. We're below the 200-day moving average. Let's see what kind of, oh my goodness gracious. Matt, look at this. Hello.
A lot of room.
Hello. We're breaking down on high volume. And Apple is not happy about this whole thing with them, this whole not using their computer business. I think it's a good time to buy a put. Let's look at relative strength on a 5-minute. This is going up. The S&P is going up, and this is going down on high volume. Remember, as we're doing this, all of you are looking for an edge. We all know that if we can follow the hedge funds, we will be on the right side of the market. Let's look at puts here. 915. We can always add later. We want to buy the 92. And we don't want to hedge it with anything. We just want to buy the 92. And if it keeps dropping, we're going to keep buying up. Does this sound like a plan? Now, when should you get out of this? If all of a sudden, the SPY starts moving below here, not good. Not good. But if this thing moves up and this thing moves down, hallelujah. I'm just excited that Cyrus is. Oh, and by the way, I drew this line. Remember, I drew this right here, this red line, this green line. Hello. I drew this 3 months ago. It would have hit our line today. We would have gotten an alert on it anyway. I only have one more. You guys may be familiar with this stock. Matt, are you familiar with this stock?
I am.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right. Well, let's take a look at this stock. Yeah, I agree with you on that one too, Ken. So we had a breakdown below the 200-day moving average. The stock showed absolutely no resilience. The stock is right now, literally right now, look at this, breaking through this line that I drew God knows when and where. If we look at the line, you will see that there's nothing above it all the way till right here to the 160 level. On a daily basis, relative strength is not great right now, but on an hourly and 30-minute and 5-minute, it is. Now let's look closely at the relative strength. This is moving up. This is starting to sag already. I like this stock. I like this stock. Matt, aren't we short this stock?
Not anymore.
Did we make money on it?
Yes.
That's what I want to hear. All right. 9:15 expiration. I think you got out of it too early, Matt.
Well, we were down 90%
Yes,
on the
Robinson.
position at one point. So we took our 42% and
only 42%?
Yep.
How dare you?
From negative 90.
How dare you?
Yeah.
See, what you did was you were so relieved that the stock made out after the loss that you took that profit. But if you were never in a down, you probably would have held on to it. Your emotions made you get out too early.
No, it's not my emotions. It was completely objective. We had already been in the position, and being as how much drawdown it had, and we were already 8, 9, 10 days into the option. Since we're using the shorter term option, it's a lot riskier to ride that trade out.
I hear you. Well, right now, it's I would wait for it to go down just a hair more, but I liked it 182.50. 182.50. Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is the daily RS. Let me just take a quick look here. A little confused why. RS coming up. That's still, oh, I see. This morning this morning it dropped faster than the SPY. I see. Okay, but it's been historically weaker for God knows how long. It's good. It's good. So yeah, I would
also,
yeah.
See, if I was trading it myself, I probably would have scaled out, maybe taken half out.
Well, that's the other thing we're going to do with the day trading. We're going to
Yes.
start scaling.
Not with the swing trades.
Right. 182.50 strike. Get the 182.50 strike. And if it doesn't continue moving down, get out. If relative strength changes, get out. Simple as that. You want to go through seasonality? We got a couple of minutes going over just by a few minutes. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to hold you this long, but I think today was a pretty good session.
And don't forget about your
class. Yes, do the seasonality and then I'll do that. Yeah, I forgot about that. I got a surprise for you guys. So Let me show you. Let me show you what I got. So totally forgot about that, Matt. Listen up and listen good. Something has been bothering me and it's been making me sick. Now, how many of you guys seen those fake gurus with their Lamborghinis showing you how to day trade penny stocks? I've heard hardworking traders like you losing a lot of money, people crying to me saying, what the hell is going on here? I'm not talking about just thousands of dollars in losses. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. This crap has to stop. Now, I never want to see you guys fall into this. Now, can you make money scalping penny stocks? Yes. Can you beat Serena Williams in tennis? You see what I'm saying? There's some guys at it that are really, really good. You don't want to compete against them. They'll take your money. There's easier ways to make money. And just so happens that Matt and I have been researching how to tap into intraday day trading the right way, the way I'm showing you right now. At first, it was mostly for my own information, because the better you can track stocks in the narrow time frame, the bigger edge you can have in every time period, right? But during our research, we uncovered some incredible day trading opportunities staring us in the face virtually every day the market is open. And I don't mean like one or two a year. I mean like 10 a day. And no surprise, these opportunities are essentially the opposite of what most day trading gurus do. Would that surprise you? No, we're not going to be fading tops and bottoms. No, we're not going to be playing guess what the high of the day or the low of the day is. None of that stuff. So I've decided to share the secret sauce behind what we do and researching with you guys in my very first master day trading class in-person event. Now, before I invite you to participate, I want to be clear. The goal of this is to teach you how to trade the right way. Active trading, active trading without crazy risk most people take. Day trading is risky and you can lose money. It's not for everyone. So I'm only recommending this type of trading for folks looking for more aggressive returns and understand the time commitment. Now, I'm not saying you need to stare at your charts all day. You don't have to. I think you'll be surprised. This is longer term. Remember, some trades will hold overnight, not a lot, maybe 10%, but we're looking for $80, $90 move, $3 move, $5 moves. We're not looking for 3 cents. That's not what we're doing here. We're going to be doing debit spreads too, and credit spreads intraday. It's higher level of commitment. You need to be serious about your trading. This is for people who want to trade full-time for a living. This is for people who want to make a commitment and switch to full-time traders. That's why this day trading boot camp has to be in person. Limited workshop for those who are, this is not going to be algo stuff. This is going to be getting inside my head, tons of examples, really, really serious stuff. If that's for you, it's not for everybody, but if it's for you, we're going to be doing it on March 14th and 15th in Ponte Vedra. I want to give you plenty of opportunities. In this class, how to avoid common mistakes, how to trade real stocks with relative strength, how to follow smart money as they enter and exit stocks, how to trade individual stocks, basic option spreads, intraday, how to use intraday relative strength tool, connect with other traders in person, and all the other good stuff. Now, I'm very confident that by the end of this class, you'll have the knowledge and the skill to begin day trading successfully. You're not going to be successful from the start, but you'll begin. You'll start getting all of that. Seating is very, very limited. We're doing it here at the link, I believe. I think there's only 20 spots left. Next week, I'm going to open this up to the general public. Right now, I'm just opening it up for you guys here. All right. And it'll be available online like we always do. You'll have Zoom sessions, so you don't have to fly anywhere, Rochelle. I anticipate spots are going to fill up. I wanted to offer it to you guys because you guys are my VIP class. So if you have questions, just go to rogerscott.com/class. It'll take you for a few minutes. Rochelle, then next time, your account manager will contact you shortly. That's the information. Take advantage of it now. I'll broadcast it here maybe tomorrow. Then it's going to go live. We will sell out probably by the end of today, maybe tomorrow, if I had to guess. So take advantage of it. Matt, take the screen from me and do the seasonality.
Okay.
You'll be missed, Rochelle. Come here, celebrate your birthday with us.
All right. On the long side for your sectors, you still have nothing. Not surprising there, but just nothing cooking. Can't force it. You can see that. I cannot. There we go. On the short side, you've got utilities, pretty short, 15 trades, 80% win rate, 1.95 profit factor. And everything else, you've got Just nothing, not long, not short, just a whole lot of randomness in the market. Top setups on your long side are as follows. That hourglass in me, or can I have it out one day? It's coming. It works fine until I stream on Zoom, and then the sheet freaks out. There it goes. All right, here's our long side setups. You've got ATVI, COF. Actually, I liked this trade yesterday.
Which one?
TRGP.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I looked at that ticker yesterday. Got a few more, definitely long side bias. As far as the sector bias, see a lot of consumer discretionary and tech, which would make sense. On the short side, we ignore these. Let's look at our sectors. That's a very mixed, very, very broad. Yeah, no glaring sector bias to the short side, but you got a few interesting looking setups. ECL, CHD. Well, this whole pocket right here, 19 trades. It's pretty good. And DTE as well. On your 10-day hold, come on. There we go. My camera went off too.
Square is really breaking. All the volume is really moving on Square, by the way. Yeah.
You've got Netflix and FDS and RE. That's about it. On your 10-day hold to the long side. On the short side, you've got Steel Dynamics, Archer Daniels, Comerica. Again, very broad. Seems like it's going to be very mixed, but kind of could have told you that. Based on this was very mixed. The Dow, I don't have it for next week yet, but I'll have it tomorrow, Cyrus. This sheet will be updated. Roger, you got anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just looking through the picks, seeing if I want to put something on right now. Win is looking really good, and Square is looking really good to the downside. I'm just talking to myself. Thanks, guys. By the way, how's Oracle and I forgot to ask, how's Oracle and SLB doing?
Came off a little bit, but still up on the day.
Okay.
And then that was Oracle. And then what was your other stock?
SLB.
SLB.
Just looking at stocks. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you all tomorrow. I can't believe it's Friday tomorrow. Can we use the prepaid that we paid towards your Robinson? I have no idea. You got to call customer. They'll take care of you. I don't deal with any of that stuff. I got too many things, too much fish to fry. All right, guys. All right, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.